Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Hope you're all doing really well. And welcome back to the small holding series for episode 2. In the first episode, we basically got this power harrow. And we power harrowed the future, or our only and future, crop field just across the way up there. And then at the start of this episode, what I did is did a bit of a montage making sure that the grass field at the back, which was pretty much in a state, we got that sorted out as well. So we've both of them now are power harrowed. But the next task though in this episode is we're going to spread some lime. So let's just open this gate up and go through and show you. It's actually turned out quite well. I did use the terraforming tool a little bit just to kind of smooth it out on that section over there. You can see there's a couple of bumps, but I'm hoping it's going to be all right. It's like we've got a deer out in the grass field. Well, it's got no grass. He's probably thinking, where's all the grass gone? But no, it looks much better. And I like the tree that's been left in there. So we're going to make the most of that. I'm not going to chop it down. I'm going to work around that. But yeah, hoping that this turns out pretty good. As soon as we plant in the grass, we can start chopping away and making some much needed feed and silage. To be honest, the feed is, well, we need more cows basically. I've got a few hay bales already, got a few silage bales here as well. And I have noticed that the feed's not going down much. I've slept, so it's the next in-game day. Even though I'm doing 2-day seasons, so, you know, there's 2 days in each month, basically. We've jumped over to September because that first one always just is 1 day for some reason. Not sure why that is, but if we go into game settings, it's 2 days, but we have moved over to September. And the feed hasn't gone down much, neither is the straw. If we have a quick look at the animals, you'll see I've got 4 cows, and I think that's the main reason, but they're at 75% health, so not bad. We are producing milk quite slowly, but it's still milk at the end of the day. Not got any mods on that does automatic milk sales or anything like that. I know that one's come out, and I do like using that, but I think for this series, we should probably take it ourselves. And I have, even though I'm using an older version of Calmsden, technically, like the first version. This version is before the actual first release of version 1 that came a mod up, because I was working on obviously doing this custom farm edit, but it's working fine. I've got a lot of things sorted out. I've not got any issues with it, but I haven't technically got a milk, sell point. So I had to put one on to my Let's Play series, but I need to do the same for this. I'm pretty certain I haven't done it yet, but I will sort that out. Just pick one of the sell points and just add milk in. Yeah, you can see I've got no sell point for milk, but that's not an issue. I can sort that out. Just one thing that I've overlooked, but I'll make sure to get that sorted. But we do need a tanker first, and with the farm being what it is and the 150 horsepower, we're focusing on small equipment and it's tight yard and all that. We want a small tanker for milk. So yeah, we'll have a look at some mods. I've been looking as well to get a row as well, muck spreader, things like that. I'm keeping my eye out. It's just so difficult to find something that, one, has been converted with permission, 2, is legitimate. It's difficult to go on to like third-party mod sites, which I'm still trying to do, but I want to do it the right way, so I'm not downloading anything that I'm not 100% certain on. So usually you can see it if there's like credits to another modder from the original modder that's put it on there. Basically, you know that it's probably been converted then without permission, so I just don't take the risk on it. But if it's just one single modder that's credited and I can do a bit of research and just try and figure it out, then I'm happy to use it. It's just, at the moment, I'm struggling to find a tanker for milk that's small, that would suit this, that's not too costly. I also want a muck spreader, and I definitely need a row. That's one thing for certain. I was also looking for a sprayer. That's the most recent thing I've been hunting for, something that would suit this size farm. Now, we could get, one of the ones that technically would fit on and the horsepower requirement's not the issue. Like, for example, this Hardy, not an issue, but it's the size of it. 24 meters is way too big. Like, I'm looking more for, like, even that one at 21, that to me, that's just too big. We can get a smaller sprayer, but I would like to get a sprayer at some point. Just need to figure it out. So, unfortunately, because my plan was to, when we do this lime, to try out the liquid lime. But I need a sprayer for that. And I can't justify any of these sprayers on this size farm. It's just the fields aren't big enough for what we need. I mean, in the future, when we've combined all the crop fields, we can quite happily maybe like move to this harder here. It's 24 meters. That might do the job fine, but definitely too big for now. So I'm looking out for a sprayer, and I'll keep the hunt going for that. And it's going to be a difficult thing because of it. Because now in this episode, I've got this currently, which is perfect for this size farm for spreading. You know, it's actually really good actually for especially for spreading. Let's have a quick look at this. So it's got 18 meters, not a problem. It's 650 though. Now that's not bad for fertilizer, but for lime, that is a challenge. We're going to be filling up a lot. But I've been looking at this as well. This holds lime, and it goes across the field. It's got a 3 meter spread, but we can technically, you know, lease this out and put lime in the tank. And then we've got a 3 meter spread. That is an option. And obviously it would hold only 200 litres of lime. So again, it's a strange one, that is. I don't know why it holds lime if it only holds 200 litres. Because that would go so quick. So, yeah, a bit confused there with that one. But I guess we'd need to try it out to know for certain. I mean, this thing really would fit on the farm. And it's 12 metres. Not too big. We could drive this through the farm. We could do it. You know, this would actually do the job quite well. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try, you know, use what we've got. The cost of that would be too much for me to do right now, with me sitting at 23,000 and £100,000 worth of debt. And we've also got, you know, we're also playing on hard difficulty. So I think we're just going to have to use this, put some lime in it, and yeah, try and get these 2 fields done, because we want to plant in soon enough. The chickens have started producing eggs, which is good to see, because that's going to be some much needed cash at some point. We'll just let it keep doing its thing. It's not much at the moment, only 88 pieces. We need to get to 1,000 before that pellet's full. So we're well off. We've also got two bags of lime, so 2,000 litres, or I think that's actually 4,000. Yeah, it is. Each bag's 2,000, so we've got 4,000. And I think we're going to need more. So it might be a case that we take to the shop the Massey. In fact, yeah, let's do that. We'll take the Massey with the Eiffel Williams trailer, and we'll go bring some lime back. And then at least I can put the front loader attachment onto this. Might need a back weight on it, though. That's the only issue. That is a problem. I also need to take this back. So I think the first task of the day has to be to go and drive. Oh, that's not a very good idea. Not while it's open. Yeah, let's go take the Ford. Let's go take the power harrow back. We don't need this now. And then we'll come and try and tackle the job of picking up some lime from the store. Like I said, the only problem is that I've got a front loader attachment for the Massey, which is obviously exactly what we need, but it's the rear weight of it. I might be able to pick up 1 bag at a time without it tipping forward. Well, I guess time will tell. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, got to get this lime down. Want to start planting in the next episode as well. I mean, we're in September, so we can try and get like a winter crop going and have a look, see what's going to be the best option. In fact, if I can just do a bit of driving now, we might be able to quickly get up the crop calendar. So we can put in barley. That means we're also going to be able to put wheat. We can also put canola in. So we've got some good crops there to start with, and probably ideal, to be honest. And obviously grass as well. We can plant that at any time. So that's not an issue. Make sure I'm driving straight. Where's grass? There it is. So yeah, plant that up until November. So we need to get grass in. We need to also get probably like wheat in, barley in, canola. It doesn't really matter, does it? As long as we get some straw, because every bit of cash it matters in this series. With me owing 100 grand and only playing on hard difficulty, the jump from normal difficulty to hard is a big jump, just like it is from medium or normal difficulty to easy. The jump's insane. But we'll get through it. It's the challenge that I've set out, and I actually prefer it like this, to be honest. What do you think of the new look that I've done on the weeds? Scaled them back, so even though that whole field there technically needs herbicide or weeding, they don't look as prominent. They're not everywhere. It doesn't like scatter the whole field. You can just see. It's just more sporadic. I prefer it like that. it does make a positive difference to the way it appears. And it reminds me of Precision Farm. It's not as good as Precision Farm because that was like a sporadic patch here and there. But we're going to get that back at some point. And fingers crossed. And honestly, I will call it out, and I'll be quite disappointed if we don't get that because, yeah, I mean, it's an amazing mod, and I'll be very grateful to have it back. The game with precision farming, what we got in 22 and 19, is a big improvement. It is. I prefer to play like that. Some people aren't that fussed, and that's perfectly fine. But for me, it's a mod that I think that just improves the game. So I'm very grateful to have it back. But I think Giants should make some improvements to it, just additional things. I think they make a lot of players happy, so you may as well do that. That's kind of like my thought process on it. So I'm hoping. I will be disappointed as well. Like I said, I will say that. I won't hide from saying that. I'll just be honest and share my opinion, which is I was hoping for an improvement on precision farming. And I feel like with them, well, it's either going to be two things. The fact that it's not come out straight away, the fact that they've released this game in November and then waited till Q2, so we're talking like April, May, June, technically, in them months. It could even come out by June. So let's say it comes out, June time. That's pretty much 7 months since the game's dropped. Now, there's got to be a reason for not just releasing that into 25. It can't just be the fact that it just needs converting over, because they converted it over from 19 to 22 relatively quick. So my initial guess there would be because they are making improvements and adding stuff to it, or it could be because of the fact that it was developed outside of Giants technically with a couple of universities and John Deere and everything. Maybe they've had to go through some kind of legal aspect of it to get it, let's say it's a contract and it just needs to be renewed. It could be that. But I'm hoping that maybe it was a contract, it's been renewed, and they've put it back to the universities and John Deere and whoever else was, and I think it was like the European Commission as well for agriculture were involved in it because, they're trying to highlight to players and the future farmers of the world, because, a lot of players for Farming Simulator are young players that are in school still and then probably live on a farm, and their parents are farmers, and they're going to be the next generation of farming. So they're trying to highlight, this so-called precision farming or more environmentally friendly, sustainable farming. That's the whole point of precision farming originally coming to the game. But I like it because it adds more realism to traditional farming, never mind this new modern precision farming, because, nitrogen and soil pHs and the way we apply herbicide and stuff like that has always been a thing anyway in just everyday generic farming. So it adds the benefit of playing more realistic. So it's a positive in that regard. But yeah, that's the reason why it's happened. So it could be that it's gone back to these universities and they've said, do you want to add anything to it? Do you want to improve on it? And they've gone, yeah, we enjoyed the challenge last time round. We've renewed the contract. We may as well, add a little bit extra to it. That's kind of like my hopes and dreams and all that stuff. But I'm just spitballing here at the end of the day. I have no clue. I have no inside knowledge on that. It might be, it might not be. Who knows? But we can all dream and hope that we're going to get an improved precision farming. Right. I left that side. Right, so let's get in the Massey. Let's go pick up the front loader. We're going to need this anyway because loading into the spreader is going to be a constant thing. So we're going to need to properly look at just keeping it close to the field boundary. We'll start off with the grass field because I feel like that's going to be an easier field to start with. So I may as well just kind of take the challenge away as much with the first field. But I would be absolutely fine if I could just put a rear weight on this and still haul that trailer. So I'll have a look to see if I've got that set up. I'm not sure if I have though. But this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to play like this with the, the challenge of it being a tight yard. Which it definitely is. Now, I have put all my attachments. Whoop, you see what I mean? Tight yard. Because of the the front loaders on it now. No, what I was saying is I've put the attachments all by the racking down here that's got the big bags on, except the bucket. The bucket is by the muck heap. So I should have a spike where I've just left it. And over here I've got my pallet fork. That's what we're going to use to pick up the big bags. And that has got a hitch on. So we're going to try this. We're going to see if I can haul. I doubt I can. It's a different kind of hitch, but we may as well try. It's very unlikely, though. Let's just try. You can always hope, can't we? It's going to be difficult to do with the... Yeah, it's a shame I can't adjust this as well. Like where the rear weight's sitting. But it doesn't work anyway, so that's that one. We're just going to have to try and pick up one bag at a time and hope. Just hope that it works. Right. There we go. Off we go. At least I can swing this through here. Ah, we got the space. We got the space. If anyone sees any mods, thinking of like a muck spreader, thinking of a sprayer, definitely, muck spreader, new bale trailer, anything that's, you know, suited to a really small holding play style, type farm, all that stuff, smaller fields. I think I've got 150 horsepower maximum. But if you see anything, let me know, because I'm up for going and check out any mods. And if you think they're suited to the series, and you're enjoying the series as well, yeah, I'd appreciate the advice on anything you've seen. Right, we got 4 on the back. I could not lift them. So I had to get the dealership to help me out there. I used super strength basically and put them on the back, but the dealership put them on. We need a weight, so at least when we get here, what I can do is just come back, grab the weight, and then I'm alright. Might still only take 1 off though, because I was tipping. It would pick it up, but then it was tipping. So basically, with the weight, I'd probably only feel comfortable just still only lifting 1 of these bags. But yeah, we'll try it out with 2 maybe, because the weight does make a difference. But we'll see. We'll see. Right, I want to leave a bit of a gap, don't I, to get through. So that should be good there. Let's go get the weight, head back, and we can start on this field. I'll lift the bags up. I mean, I could just fill up next to the field, but I want to know. I want to know if this bag. I want to know now if this lifts it up. And then we'll also jump back. I mean, we could technically use. We could technically use the Mattxjs, really, couldn't we? I mean, switch it up a bit. As long as we're actually doing the work, that's all that matters. But yeah, we could switch it up. I do like the Mattxjs. Both are brilliant tractors. Right, let's see what we can do here then. This is a tight squeeze. And we only want to get the 2 off. This is a problem that I've not foreseen, which is, can we just pick up the line bags on the edge? We should be able to. Right, what's going to happen now with 2? For starters, they are quite high, so we're going to have to kind of like do that, which is not ideal. Yeah, I never thought of that. We might need to get not the big bags, basically, the other ones. But look, we're lifting 2. That's a good start. Oh, my days. We're not doing a very good job, though. Yeah, this is not designed. We'd need a bigger weight on the back of the Mattxjs for this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop 1 off and just have to drive to it. And that's probably our best bet. Drive to it. I mean, if we put it on the trailer, get it hitched to the Ford, then we could do that, couldn't we? Let's try that, actually. Let's go fill these up onto the Ford, and then we can, yeah, go from there. But yeah, 1's the best. 1's definitely the best. You see, he still wants to tip even with 1. That's how much we need a decent weight on the backside of these small tractors. So that's on our shopping list. We need to improve on... Yeah, we need to definitely improve on the weight that we've got here for this tractor. Let's try and balance this a little bit. We just put one this side and one the other side. That should work a treat. Go get the other one, put it there, attach the Ford to that so it can follow us around, and we'll just have to take the front loader off this and the rear weight, and we can finally get started on it. I mean, this is the challenge though. This is the whole point in this series with small equipment, and you know, it's never going to be easy. It's always going to be a challenge. I prefer it, I do. And it feels like it's been a long time since I've played on a small kind of farm setup. I think the last one I did was probably like my survival series that I did on 22 at the start, which I really enjoyed on No Man's Land. That was a really good series. But I wanted to try new things, so I ended up stopping it, and I made quite a lot of progression in that, and then yeah, stopped it and moved on to new series, just because you have to evaluate what you can do in the time you've got. But I'm hoping this series lasts me out a while. I put a lot of time and effort into the map, so yeah, we've got goals as well. We've got to pay off that loan and combine all them fields. That's going to cost some money to do. And we can always make silage, can't we, to make a bit of extra cash here and there, because it looks like the cows aren't going to need that much at all. I mean, the feed they've got now is going to last them out, so I'd probably want to buy some more cows at some point, probably sooner rather than later, just so I can increase my cash flow and what we're getting in. It's always important. Right, at least that job's done. So let's just park this up here for a second. Doesn't have to be too tidy. We just want to drop that off, reverse back. I'll drop the weight off here. There we go. And then we hitch to the spreader, and we're ready to go. Finally, we do need to attach the Ford, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that when we're moving out of that field. My days, that was a sharp turn. Yeah, I'm gonna do that after I move out the field. There's no point in rushing. May as well get this sorted out. So I wonder how long it's going to last. I'm hoping that I'm going to be surprised, happily surprised. I mean, we should be able to use GPS though now, and even though these tractors, yes, would not have GPS in, we're still going to use it. Right, is this actually going to fill up, or do we need to big bag it in? Because it does say lime on it, I'm sure of it. Oh, can you imagine if I've done all this and I can't even use it? No, it does say it has got the lime symbol, so it must be set up for lime. Maybe it is just as simple as we need a big bag, and if that's the case, then I've just done all that faffing about for nothing. So what I'm going to quickly do, I just want to test this, because I don't want to go and get the front loader if it's not. We're going to just lift this up a second and just see. Yep, so that's what we need. We're going to have to switch back to the Ford and change all this over. That's very, yeah, not very good that we can't just drive up next to it, but it's more realistic, so I can't complain. But I'll go get everything and we'll get this sorted. We'll get there, promise you. Made that a tight squeeze, but we got there. So we're all set to go, finally. Took a bit of time, but we did it. So 650 on this. Hopefully it won't take too long. That's the hope. But if we just bring that up, we've got a nice path to follow. Let me just see if I can bring up. There we go. Man, that is not the best there. So I think I'll just drive like that. I mean, it's going down quick. It's definitely going down quick. But do you know what? That's not as bad as what I thought it would be. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. Wonder why my... Yeah, there's definitely a confliction on the controller. Like, it works with the keyboard. If I press the keyboard, I can get onto the course. But there's definitely some kind of confliction somewhere with using a controller, which is a bit of a pain. Right, that isn't too bad, really. I mean, compared to what I thought it was going to do, I thought it was going to drop out a lot, a lot quicker, basically, and we'd get to about here. But that isn't... Yeah, I'm happy with that. Could have been worse. Let's go and see if we can finish off. I mean, we've got some bits that we've missed as well on these corners. It's not the easiest field shape for a job like this. So I best just try and stick closer to the edge just so I can, not mess this up as bad. I want it to all be sorted. I don't want any bits missing and so on. There we go. Job done. I wonder why there is a confliction there. It's not very good at all. Let's try and figure that one out.
Take me back to the riverside, counting days, passing time. Yeah, we were young and so alive. Now it feels like another life. So can you tell me a different story? 'Cause the one I got, it's getting old. We had all the time in the world, now I just need more, I just need more. We had all the time in the world, now I just need more, I just need more. Take me down the desert roads. We crashed the car, getting stoned. Life is still all a mystery. Now it's all too clear to me. So can I feel again everything back then? 'Cause I'm so tired of getting old. We had all the time in the world, now I just need more, I just need more. We had all the time in the world, now I just need more, I just need more. We had all the time in the world, now I just need more, I just need more. We had all the time in the world, now I just need more, I just need more. And it's been so long, 'cause I've been living my whole life wishing I could turn back time. Never stop to realize all the while it was going bad.
can definitely tell the difference by using, the difficult equipment, let's say, with it being smaller and not having a spreader that holds much. But you know what? The biggest complication in this field wasn't the fact that I was, going to the big bags a lot more than you'd like to fill up, but I'm fine with that. Don't mind that at all. But the ground deformation here, when you hit from the concrete to that, and I was picking up 2 bags to try and make it a bit more efficient. If I was on here, you'd see the tractor just sink down into the ground because of the weight on the front, so the front end start tipping in. And I just thought, no, we'll leave this on the concrete kind of section where it won't do that. But my God, the Ford was bouncing up and down the shop by hitting this, the ground deformation there. So it does make it more of a challenge, and I don't mind that. It's not bad, but I'm glad, definitely glad that we got the field sorted out. I think that was always going to be the most trickiest job, really. Next job is to seed in, and then we're going to do some rolling. We've got the roller, but we're going to need to find a seeder. Now, I feel like I found the perfect one. It's pretty much on the maximum end of what we can run, but I'll show you what I've got. Now, it's a beefy seeder, but it's on the requirements. It meets the requirement that we've set out, but it is definitely a beefy seeder. So, yeah, a little bit of a challenge there. We'll see how we get on with that. Right, let's park that there. I was so glad as well that I could haul this on that. It made things so much easier. But I've had to tip it a little bit, as you can see. It's not doing too much harm to the trailer, but yeah. I could lower it down, but that skims pretty much the ground, so probably better to leave it like that. Anyway, let's just bring this back. Probably should have put them on the back. I don't know why I've not. Luckily, there's not much weight in them anymore, so it shouldn't be too difficult, he says, while sliding around the shop. Definitely need a better rear weight, though. It's almost comical how much I really need a rear weight. I don't know. I tell you what, we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there and I'll sort it out, because that's not looking happy, is it? Yeah, well, we'll come back to that. But no, definitely need another weight, a lot heavier than the one we've got. But let's have a look at this seeder. Before we end the episode, let's have a look at this seeder, know what we're going to try and aim for. I've been looking out for loads, like we could go with this, the 3-meter Nordsten that's in the game, or the Horsch as well, but that's more like a power harrow, as you can tell. It's too much on the horsepower, but still 3 meters. We've also got this, which would plant in grass, but we won't be able to do the crop, so if we're going for wheat or ball, it wouldn't do that unless we do canola. Could do with that, and then this is the one I looked at before about lime. It's a bit of a strange one, but what I was looking at, it looks actually similar to that, but it's a mod that came on by the farming agency, the Novag T-Force Plus 350. It's a 3-meter seeder, holds quite a lot, 120 horsepower, so the Ford would pull it, and as you can see, it's a nice little thing. I actually really like this seeder. I think it's also a direct seeder, so really, we could just mulch the field, for example, and then replant in. So this could be a target that we purchase this. It's very expensive, though, so I wouldn't like to buy this outright, but we can obviously lease it out and use it just as a one-go. But I do really like this mod. And with Novag being in the game now, with FS25, they've obviously had the license for it, which I think they got anyway, because I remember with Terra Life Plus, which I tried out just once, didn't do any content on it, but tried it out, they did have a Novag seeder that came with that, so I think they got the licensing for that, but it doesn't matter anyway now because it's in the game. But I think that's the best we can aim for. That's like end game goals, really, because it's a direct seeder, it does all the crops. 3 meters though is the only downfall. If we're going to spend 120 or £1,000 or something, you'd probably want something a little bit bigger for that. When you look at this, it's 6 meters. Yes, it's not a direct seeder, but still does the job, and that's the main thing. And we could just go, a lot cheaper. That's 150 horsepower, 3 meters as well. And it's technically a direct seeder as well, but it's only 55,000. The extreme, it's a big cost in comparison, because that's probably the same tool as that Horsch. Because look, you can see no previous cultivating or ploughing is necessary, which basically means direct seeding. But it does say in this one, this machine does not need any kind of tillage. So it's quite unique in that regards. But we could also just go with this Nordsten. So it really doesn't matter too much, as we're going to lease it out anyway, but at least we know what seeder we're going to be using for the grass and the wheat or barley. I'll try to figure out which one to do. But we got it done. We got the job done. Actually been quite a productive episode. I know in the episode itself, we've only done the line, but it needed to be done. It was an important job. But I also got the other field discarried. So now both the fields are in a much better state than what we started. And going into the next episode, we can get some seeding done and get that first crop in the ground and also a decent grass field to work on. I'm also going to aim at buying some more cows because I'd like to get, one, more milk, but also the feed it needs to be consumed a little bit quicker, because at the moment they're not consuming hardly anything, and we can fit probably I'd say we could fit another 10 cows in there quite happily. And at some point, we could even put them outside, but I'd probably want another field for that. I wouldn't want, or we get another grass field to work in and then use that as a pasture, an outdoor pasture, because that wouldn't be a bad idea for an outdoor pasture. It's really close and we can just transfer them out with the trailer. We could go down to field 19 and 21 and combine them in, maybe remove that wall out and combine that into a grass field that we work in for the cows, and then have that as a pasture. There's always an aim for the future to look forward to, but yeah, I think that's probably the best shout. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying watching the series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. I like the fact that it's something new and different, liking the smaller equipment as well, and the small yard. Yeah, it's a nice change, and I'm really enjoying playing on it. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me. That always helps me out. Really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.